Hashim, and I'm taking over Hastin's position for today as he is not available. And today we are joined by a very lovely coach, Coach Rubin. How are you doing, Rubin?
I'm very well, thank you, H. Nice to see you.
So, Rubin, would you like to give a short introduction about yourself, about what you do and what your role is?
Good evening, everybody. My name is Rubin Bailey. I'm from the Luton Caribbean Cricket Club, um, which is based here in Luton and Spotley. We've been going now for 30 years this coming year.
That's very good. And would you like to tell us how you got into cricket and, you know, how you thought of forming this cricket club in here in England?
Well, it's been a roller coaster, man, because I originally was in from London. I moved to Luton in about 1980, about 1986. But in that time, I was that time, in the 80s, I was playing football,
Football, yeah?
about 35 years.
And how did the transition from football come to cricket then?
Well, see, I played cricket at school.
All right. So,
Football, like in football, cricket, I played all at school.
yeah.
And I was played for the school, and also was try for the Middlesex when I was at school. But football was my main passion,
Yeah.
and football was my main passion then. I did schoolboys at Watford with my friend. I did schoolboy at Watford in the early late 73, 74. The
Yeah.
Watford and Luther Blissett were there. Schoolboy went to school together. We played many schoolboy games together there for Watford. At the age of 18, I went to play semi-pro football for
Yeah.
about 20 odd years.
That's very good. And how did the formation of the Luton Caribbeans club get in place? So when you moved to Luton, what made you or inspired you to start this cricket club itself?
Well, I didn't actually start the cricket club. The Caribbean Cricket Club has been going for over 30 odd years in Luton, even before. So there's always been a Caribbean club in Luton. But when I moved to Luton, I was still playing semi-pro football, and cricket wasn't forefront of my mind
Yeah.
because I was playing Saturdays through the football season.
Yeah.
And cricket, when I had the summers off, I was always either doing some coaching session with football or I was doing some coaching badge in
Yeah.
football. But cricket wasn't at my forefront of my mind until I stopped playing football.
And which was around what time?
Say
Would you
about
say?
1996, 97.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think afterwards that transition for cricket or coaching came in that
yeah.
way. So when you moved to Luton and then you joined the Luton Caribbeans, what did the coaches there teach you of how to be a coach, and how was that journey of transitioning from player to a coach?
Well, it became very easy because after I finished, stopped playing and stopped managing semi-pro football, I took some time out. And I got back into cricket through a friend, really.
Yeah.
I was working in London and he came by our workplace one day and he was just talking with my boss and he was saying, "Oh, we got a big game this Sunday, this coming weekend." I said, "Big game what? Football season finished?" He said, "No, I play cricket." I said, "You play cricket?"
Yeah.
He said, "Yes," but then he asked me, "Did you play cricket?" I said, "I've played at school and I played sometimes I miss a travel at that school
Yeah.
because I know my getting and all them boys." And he said to me, "What have you been playing?" I said, "No, I haven't been playing cricket since I left
Years.
school."
Yeah. Yeah.
So he said, I must say I was about nearly 50 years old then when he said,
Yeah.
"We play Saturdays." He said, "Do you fancy joining?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, I come and do a bit of netting and see
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
lost it or
Yeah.
whether I can not hold the bat anymore."
Yeah. Yeah.
So I went to their first net session. It was in London.
Yeah.
And I got in the net and I picked the bat up and it came like I've never lost it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And they looked at me and said, "Cool, you haven't played for so long," but I said, "Yes, but it comes natural."
Yeah.
It's just a natural thing. You mean it's having the ability, having that feel for a sport
Hmm.
that you never lose it. You never
Yeah.
lose it.
Yeah.
Even though you're a bit rusty, but you never lose.
It's
Never
still in
lose.
you. It's still in you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And from that from that session, I joined them. I played for them Saturday for about 4 years. Even though I was living in Luton, and I was traveling from
Yeah.
Luton, London.
London. Yeah.
Even though the Luton Caribbean Cricket Club was here, and I didn't know much about it.
All right.
The only how I got in touch with Luton Caribbean Cricket Club, we were playing in London. I was playing in London,
Yeah.
and one of my friends who does the fixtures looked on He said he was doing it on the fixture list.
Yeah.
And he said, Luton Caribbean
Luton
Cricket
Caribbean,
Club are
yeah,
looking for a
yeah.
game. I said, me Luton Caribbean Cricket Club looking for a game. I said, I live in Luton.
Yeah, you
I
live
don't
in
know they
Luton.
have a
Yeah,
cricket
yeah,
club. They said, they're coming for players. They're coming down to players. So I said, okay.
yeah,
So they came down. And I met a few of their players. Eddie came down. I
yeah.
think Kyron was there. Who else was there? I'm trying to remember. I think Donovan was playing.
And when was this around?
This,
What?
we're talking about 1995 or something like
All
that.
right, yeah,
95.
yeah,
Donovan was playing. Eddie was playing. I'm not sure if Raf played.
yeah,
I think Ozzy was there and Godfrey. I think Dudley was there. And the old boys at the
yeah,
club.
yeah, yeah,
And we played. We actually beat them.
yeah,
We actually beat them. I think Donovan scored 100 that day, but they still lost by about 10 or 15 runs.
yeah,
But it was a good game. It was a friendly.
yeah.
And they got talking to me, said,
You're a good player.
I'm a good player. They
Yeah.
said, where do you? I said, you live? Well, I said, I live in Luton. And they said, you live in Luton? I said, yes.
And you play all the way in London.
What am I doing playing in London when I can come play for them? And I kept, came and watched them play a couple
And
of
if you
games.
don't mind me asking, how old were you at this time?
I was about, what am I now? I was about 49, 50 then.
And you were playing very well, like,
Yeah.
you know,
Mm.
instead of like, people around 50, 49, you kind of start retiring, but that's when you really started your cricket career, in
I
fact, yeah.
started resurrected it again because I played at school, then I played a couple of games after.
How, if you don't mind asking, how long was your football career? From what age did you start playing professional football to when did you retire?
Well, I never actually played professional. I played semi-pro. I was a schoolboy at Watford, 1970, 73, 74,
Yeah,
for about 3 years.
all right.
I was there with Luther Blissett. Me and Luther went to the same school,
Yeah,
and so many players. And I played there. Played in the Southeast County in the youth setup, the under 18.
yeah,
That took me all around the country.
yeah. So you have loads of experience in cricket and football,
Yeah.
not only within the areas, but around the whole country. You've been, playing matches and playing cricket, and that builds up a lot of experience, not only in terms of sportsmen, but in terms of meeting people. So how was that experience in meeting different people?
It was playing football and playing the schoolboy football helped me out because you started to have a discipline
Yeah,
because you had to be on time for training.
yeah.
You had to be a time for games. You had to
Yeah.
be meeting. If
Yeah.
you're meeting at 7 o'clock in the morning,
You have to
to
be
go
there.
to Portsmouth,
Yeah,
you can't be turning at 7 o'clock because
Yeah.
the coach is pulling out 7 o'clock.
yeah, yeah,
So you need to have some discipline to get to where you to. If you're leaving at 7, you need to be there 6:30, 6:15 to be
Yeah.
on the coach.
yeah,
And we're only young, so we're traveling in the morning.
yeah,
I mean, I had to leave Wilson to get to Watford
Yeah,
by
yeah.
5 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah,
get on
yeah.
the train to get
yeah.
your.
And back in the 70s as well, especially. Yeah,
Yeah, you have to make it. You have to jump on bus,
Yeah.
jump on the train, and you gotta
Yeah.
get early in the morning. It's about disciplining yourself.
yeah. That's
So you have to
very
be
good.
there on time. And same with that's discipline that's kept me in stock, in check,
Yeah.
because I'm a very disciplined person.
Yeah, yeah,
I like to be where I'm going on time,
Time,
good
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Make sure you prepare yourself.
yeah,
Make sure your team is ready. I
Yeah.
mean, and it's the worst thing you can have is to have, as I said, people turning up late
late. Yeah,
when everyone's supposed to be on time. It's just for everything I think. And I knew that as a youngster going up that playing semi-pro football, because I played for 4 different teams. I played for Barnet for about 4 years,
Yeah.
semi-pro. Then I went on to play.
If
for
you don't mind me
Barnet.
asking, what I know we wanted to speak about cricket, but what position did you play in the football? What position do you play?
I was
for
I Watford. I played in goal for Watford. School.
Go. Yeah,
I played for Watford schoolboys in goal. I played for Barnet in goal. I played in two positions. I also played centre half anyway at the back.
Yeah.
Midfield.
Yeah.
I was really all round.
all around. Yeah,
All round
Yeah.
player. I had the ability to play in goal.
And
the
would you
position.
say when you started playing cricket as a school, and then compared to when you started playing when you were later, did you like pick up different things to like hardball transitioning and pick up different skills from when you were older or when you were younger? Did you already know the skills, or did you learn the skills when you started playing it again?
Well, when I was playing full schoolboy cricket, there wasn't a thing as a softball. It was
Yeah,
always a
a hardball,
It was
yeah.
a hardball. So
Yeah.
we went straight into hardball. There wasn't
Yeah.
any tennis ball or softball game.
Yeah,
It was always a school that it was a hardball game.
and equipment must have not been,
Oh.
that kind of kind of material and the ones we have access to today.
Oh.
Must have been quite different back then.
It's a completely different. Things were very expensive in the
Yeah,
early playing cricket. Even schoolboys playing cricket school in the 70s. The
yeah,
school, the equipment belonged to the school
yeah, yeah.
because you really couldn't
Afford them, yeah,
Afford them.
yeah.
Even now, they're still very
And
expensive.
this is like the late 60s,
Yeah,
yeah,
early 70s. I
early
mean,
70s, yeah,
early 70s. And things were very expensive. School had their kit, and
yeah,
school
yeah,
alone had the kit.
yeah,
I mean, even now, it's everyone nowadays got their own gear and everything.
yeah.
Back then, you couldn't really afford it, but unless the club you're paying for had the kit for you to use.
Yeah, so growing up, what inspired you to actually play football or cricket? Like, was it school or did you see something on TV or something, something like that?
It was a it was something that you enjoy doing.
Yeah,
We played at school. You had to play football at school, or play rugby, or play cricket, or play basketball, or something for the school,
yeah, yeah,
and that kept us motivated. I'll tell you what, being very sporty active kept
yeah,
you off the street,
yeah, good. Yeah.
kept you out of
I
trouble.
mean, it keeps you out of trouble, keeps you out of gangs and,
Precisely.
these type of things.
Yeah.
You got something to do, somewhere to go.
Precisely,
Yeah.
precisely. Something to do because we played schoolboys. I played for my school from when I was about junior school, then into secondary school.
And what part of London is this, if you don't mind me
Northwest,
asking?
northwest,
Northwest, yeah?
yeah, in Rosedon. Just outside Wembley. I went to a school called Wilson High School. That was Luther Blissett went to that
Was it an
school.
all boys school or was it a mixed
It was a
school?
mixed school.
Mixed school, yeah.
Very, very. A lot of sportsmen, people came from that school. Luther Blissett came from that school. The Freddies came from it.
Yeah.
Lucas came from that school. They're both cricketers. They came from that same school. I mean, we had a very good sports department in that school in Wilson High.
Yeah.
And we achieve a lot as a footballing and as a cricket school.
Yeah.
Cricket in that club.
Would you say you gained a lot of memories and a lot of friends through
yeah.
these cricket and football? Would you like to
yeah.
share some of the
Oh yeah,
some
I've
stories?
made so many friends in football and cricket. Cyril Regis, good
Yeah.
friend of mine.
Yeah.
Brendan Batson, good friend of mine.
Yeah.
Viv Anderson, good friend of mine.
Yeah.
Rick Hill, Brownstein, all the Luton boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
I played against Ricky so very regular. Cause we used to play with Ricky Hill in the park.
Yeah.
I mean, I played against Mark and Brian Steele when it was about 1920
Yeah.
in London when they first came from South Africa
Yeah.
before they even joined Luton.
So were you born and raised within London?
No, I was born in the beautiful
Caribbean.
Caribbean.
Yeah.
I was
And
born
how
in
old were
Jamaica.
you when you moved to here?
I came to England when I was about 9 years old.
9 years old. Was it because your parents found a job here?
My
Better?
parents were here,
Yeah.
and my mum came back to Jamaica for about 3 years, and we all came back to
Yeah.
England about 1969.
So did you play cricket or any sport in Caribbean, or was it when you came here you started playing?
Well, I couldn't remember if I played in the Caribbean. I know I was
Yeah.
very sporty in the
Yeah,
Caribbean.
yeah, yeah.
In the Caribbean, when you're in that early 60s,
Yeah.
cricket was
Cricket was the only sport.
was
Yeah.
the only sport.
Yeah.
Was the only sport you played in
Yeah.
Caribbean. And everybody played cricket.
On the sand,
Every
Yeah.
time we were,
Yeah.
you didn't have equipment, but you made
Equipment,
made
exactly.
equipment.
Similarly, I would say in Pakistan, when
Yeah.
if you go back there, people who can't afford equipment, they use like tins,
Yes,
cans,
They
different anything they
improvise.
can get a hand in
Precisely.
to start, just because of the passion and the love of
Precisely.
the game.
That's it. Same with the Caribbean.
And what would you say in terms of you? What would you say is better, football or cricket, as you've experienced and played both and coached both? And what do you say you're better in as a cricketer or a footballer?
Well, I'm diverse in both, actually.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, at the moment, I've been so focused on the cricket for the last 10, 15 years.
have you touched football in the last 10, 15 years? That
Just a
Kind-
little bit.
just a little bit, yeah,
Because I've been doing some coaching, and when you send your resume off,
yeah,
it's got the football on it,
yeah.
who I've played for, who
Yeah.
I've managed as a football manager.
So your CV and resume, if you want to apply for a club or whatever, it must be a
It's
lot of
there,
experience. Yeah,
yeah, but the experience is there, but they're looking for other things as well. I mean,
yeah,
they're looking for that extra qualification.
yeah,
Even though you've got the experience, you need to have that qualification, like say you've done this course.
yeah. So what I would say is that alongside as you're doing your job and coaching, how does that how do you balance your work and coaching together?
It's a balancing act,
Yeah,
and you got to balance it, and it's very fine balancing. Means I was very lucky that my job during the day was a 9 till 5,
yeah,
and I can leave from work early if I ask,
yeah,
and I can get to youth games at time,
Yeah.
cricket games.
Yeah.
I mean,
What about when you early on started your job and you were playing at the same time? How did that work? Was that a bit more difficult?
it all depends. When I played as semi-pro football, I never worked Saturdays
Yeah.
for about 20, 30 years.
Wow.
Couldn't work Saturdays
Yeah. Because of matches regularly. Yeah.
because I was playing in a very high league, so I had to probably meet the coach at about 7 o'clock Saturday morning.
Yeah.
So I couldn't work. And
All
you
right.
weren't getting back from other end of the country about 9, 10
Yeah.
o'clock in the evening.
Because you're literally traveling the whole country
Oh,
up
God.
and down. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is one piece of advice that someone has given you that you think would benefit yourself and you keep repeating to yourself and maybe others listed on the show?
You need to put the effort in to gain anything
Yeah.
out of it. Because nothing in this life comes free.
Free. Yeah.
Nothing is free. If you don't put the effort in, don't expect to
Something
gain
back.
anything
Yeah.
from
You're
something
gaining
back.
anything.
You
Understood.
got to put the effort in.
Yeah.
And you have to have discipline in what you're doing. I mean, if a club sign you to play for them, you got to have some discipline.
Show some respect, you know, like,
Respect, you got to show it all. You
yeah.
got to it's not it's that team you're playing for. It's their priority to make sure you're representing that team,
Yeah.
representing that club
That
to
would
the
be,
best
yeah.
of your ability.
Yeah.
Right?
What would you say is probably one of the biggest celebrities or players you have met and worked with in terms of cricket or football?
In football, well, my friend Luther and my friend Ricky, my brown Edwin,
And
Steve Roberts.
do they play for any big clubs or what are the biggest clubs they probably played for?
Well, Luther's played for Watford for many, many years, and
Yeah.
he's now still on their committee and on their
Yeah.
staff
Yeah.
now. And he also played in Italy for AC Milan for a time.
All right.
And
Yeah.
say with John Barnes, who played for Watford.
Yeah.
And I think I played against John when he was about 16. We was playing then for Middlesex team called Larry Constantine in
Yeah.
the Middlesex League in the early 80s.
Yeah.
When John was playing at Surrey Court and he went from there on to Watford.
All right.
Same
And
with
in
Cyril. Same with Cyril. I played against Cyril as a schoolboy.
yeah.
We played together in the Middlesex as a representative team before he is playing for Hayes, and then he went on to West Bromwich Albion.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we still kept in touch.
Yeah. And what would you say for cricket? Who is probably the biggest player you have met in terms of cricket?
Well, I've met Gordon Gray. I was with Richard Richardson about a couple of months ago. We were just talking about the ups and downs of the Caribbean Cricket Club.
Yeah.
Where I met Richie and we had a good chat on this cruise I was on.
Yeah.
Talking about the ups and downs, how cricket has changed within the Caribbean and how cricket is now changing within the British Caribbean community.
And would you like to bring that to our audience as well and shed some light on what you were speaking about in terms of Caribbean cricket and diversity within cricket?
Yeah. I mean, well, when I was speaking with Richie Richardson, we're talking about the diverse areas of cricket now. All the cricket we played on the subcontinent and
Yeah.
in England. Because we're talking about the thing that's happening with the Caribbean cricket community
Yeah.
in the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
Because every area, every community, every area in the UK
He's attached to cricket now, yeah.
and it had a Caribbean cricket club in most areas around the
Yeah.
country.
It's slowly pulling strings from Caribbean, from the South Asian
Yeah,
communities,
no,
and also from communities that never really played cricket, you know,
Absolutely.
like French communities,
Yeah.
European,
Holland, and all
Holland,
of-
you know,
no.
like it's attaching, the sport is attaching different communities, different genders, different races together to
Yes.
play as one.
because of the influx, because of the
Influx.
movement of the people,
Yeah.
right? Because people are
And-
moving from continent to continent, from country to country. They're settling there, making a life for themselves there.
When you first started playing cricket or football, did you think that in the next 10, 15 or 20, 30 years, cricket would be like this?
No,
Yeah.
same before. When I started playing football, and I'm going to be honest and be brutal about it, when
Yeah.
I started playing football in the early 70s, 72, 73,
Yeah.
there's certain clubs
I didn't accept.
wouldn't let you
Yeah.
your color, your skin.
Yeah,
come to
exactly.
them.
Yeah, racism probably at
Right.
peak then.
I mean, and I keep saying to young players who are now playing for the big clubs
Yeah.
in the Premier League and all that, you do not know
What
what
can
the
happen?
struggle.
Yeah, struggling. Yeah.
You do not know the history of the club you're playing for.
Yeah.
because some of these
Now
clubs,
I reckon it's quite easier for anyone
precise,
to join a club. But
precise.
back then, money used to be a thing.
Yep.
Racism, gender.
Yeah.
I don't think female cricket back
Well,
then was genuinely a thing. You know?
I mean that made us stronger because I can remember playing at Portsmouth
Yeah.
on a Saturday morning. Me and Luther was playing, and my friend Richard, who's passed on, one of a good friend, we
Yeah.
played against Portsmouth down on the under 18 near the docks.
Yeah.
And we're only 16, 17-year-old young
Yeah.
black
Yeah.
players
Yeah.
playing for Watford.
Yeah.
Me and we played Portsmouth,
Yeah.
where all the sailors were and all kind of thing. And the abuse we took that morning from fans,
Yeah.
it just made you stronger.
Yeah.
And it made us stronger in a way that he wasn't going to let us spoil
Yeah.
what we had in what our goal. He never spoiled it. So he made us even stronger.
Yeah.
He made us stronger at the age of 17 and 18. That when we went to play away, we will face these things, but you just have to get on with it.
Yeah.
You have to brush it aside.
Yeah.
You just got to be stronger.
And growing up, who would you say is your football idol or your cricket idol when you were growing up in the 70s or 80s?
When I was growing up in the 70s and in the 80s, I remember Big Clive Best
Yeah.
playing at West Ham.
Yeah.
Because we used to turn the TV on and West Ham was on.
Yeah.
Clive Best was the only black face you probably see
Yeah.
playing. And he was at West Ham for many years.
Yeah.
And we as a young black man living in the UK,
It was the inspiration towards you.
inspiration to
Yeah.
us. Yeah, inspiration to us.
And
We're talking about the early 80s when Viv broke through, Cyril broke through, Ricky broke through,
yeah.
Bob Hazel broke through.
Yeah.
I mean, all those players, those names are significant. They are a milestone in English football, those names.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
100%.
they took a lot of the abuse
Yeah.
that today
That today don't understand because clearly they haven't
they haven't
seen or
seen.
understood about it. And for you to share this on the show, it means quite a lot so that people will be aware, people will start respecting their parents who have struggled a lot
Precisely.
to be where they are right now. And in terms of cricket, who would you say was your idol growing up?
Growing up, I watched the West Indies team of this 1976, 77 when they came to England,
Yeah.
and the joy it gave us
Yeah.
as a community
Yeah.
with Viv batting and
Yeah.
you got
Viv
Michael
Richards. Yeah.
Olding coming in.
Yeah.
You got
100%.
Malcolm Marshall
Yeah.
coming in. You had Clive Lloyd. You had Gordon Greenwich.
And
You
you
know,
like feel a
Desmond
bit
Haynes.
proud that they coming
Oh,
from
yeah.
the same area that we come from,
Precisely.
same background as us. So
Precisely.
you know,
Precisely. That's what it was. And it was a high on to see your community achieving something on the
Yeah.
big screen and on the major.
and back then there never used to be master classes or anything like that.
No,
So
no,
you
no.
just watch them and that's
You
you just
learn.
copy them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just watch off TV
Yeah.
and learn of that.
You just watch. You watch them on TV. And
You
you
won't
went
get the
out with your
facility.
friends.
Yeah, you won't get the facilities that you're getting today
No.
compared to when you were getting then.
We are blessed in 2024, 2023.
And you have seen quite the transition
I
from.
have seen the transition over
And
here.
what, like, would you say, where do you see cricket now in the next 50 years from 2024, let's say, until 2074? Where do you see cricket there?
Cricket now is starting to evolve.
Yeah.
The T20 has evolved, the T10 has evolved. What's happening now with the Test cricket? That is evolving now
Yeah.
because teams are not playing for a 5-day draw.
Yeah. Yeah. People they want to win. Yeah.
People wants to win, and
Yeah.
and the T20, a lot of Test match now. Players are taking the T20 format into a Test match.
Yeah.
I saw India score nearly 40 runs
Yeah.
day of this morning,
Yeah.
and they scored that run so quickly
Yeah.
in those two innings that they had. They scored those runs so quickly, and the Test match finished in 4 days
Yeah.
because England went in chasing 400 odd runs, I think. They didn't go in and try and play for the draw. They
Alright.
went in,
Yeah.
have a go. If they got out, they got out. But that's bringing back the fun and enjoyment to Test cricket. And
Rubin, we are approaching the breaks in around 10 seconds now. And thank you for the listeners to listen to our first half of the show, where we had Coach Rubin explaining and telling his experiences on and about cricket. So please stay tuned and we'll be after the break. Thank you very much.
This program will continue after the break. Continue listening to Inspire FM. Inspire FM.
Inspire 105.1 FM.
नमाज के औकात, कम्युनिटी में होने वाले मुख्तलिफ प्रोग्राम, ताज़ा तरीन खबरें और बहुत कुछ मिलेगा आपको इंस्पायर एफएम की वेबसाइट पे। विजिट कीजिए inspirefm.org।
Enjoy quality and tasty 100% authentic halal Chinese and Thai food from Gao Express. Brought to you by the team behind Tops Pizza in Luton. Choose from all your delicious Chinese and Thai favourites. Then order for delivery or collection from Gao Express in Wellington Street, Luton, Marketplace, Stevenage, and now also on Nightingale Road in Hitchin. Open daily midday till late. Find the number or order online at Gao, that's GAO, express.co.uk, or like Gao Express on Facebook.
Have you fulfilled your fifth pillar of Islam, Hajj? If not, come and complete this journey of a lifetime with Wish Tours. Travel from anywhere in the world on a Pakistani passport from only £5,450 per person. Yes, you heard that right. Hajj from only £5,450 per person. Terms and conditions apply. Make your blessed journey for Hajj with Wish Tours. Call us on 07931 21 5511 or 0161 388 5581. Wish Tours. We travel as one.
Attention for landlords. क्या आप चाहते हैं कि आपकी प्रॉपर्टी जल्द से जल्द किराए पर लग जाए और आपकी प्रॉपर्टी की 100% देखभाल के साथ साथ किराया भी बर वक्त मिले? तो मैरीगोल्ड रेजिडेंशियल से राब्ता कीजिए। मैरीगोल्ड रेजिडेंशियल्स अब प्रॉपर्टी की खरीदो फरोख्त का काम भी करते हैं। अगर आप अपनी प्रॉपर्टी रेंट पर खरीदना या बेचना चाहते हैं तो आज ही फोन कीजिए 01582 617 617 251 Dunstable Road, Luton. Terms and conditions apply.
Do you have a legal problem? Are you trying to settle a family member? If so, then contact M&K Solicitors. M&K Solicitors are a leading local firm specialising in immigration, family, personal injury, clinical negligence, civil and property law. Our solicitors have over 20 years' experience and are recognised internationally. Our success rate speaks for itself. Take advantage of our free consultations for your first meeting. We also give free advice on Fridays, no appointment needed. That's right, free legal advice. M&K Solicitors. Call 01582 732 503.
ما في أنفسكم أو تخفوه يحاسبكم به الله.
Ali is one of those children who, with your assistance, has the honour of being a Hafiz. And that too from only £29 per month. Help UKIM by sponsoring a Hafiz and get rewarded by up to 70 times blessings. For donations, call now or visit ukim.org.
From the heart of Bedfordshire in Luton on 105.1 FM. This is Inspire FM News.
Just because you've left your car, it doesn't mean you have to switch off. Keep listening to Inspire FM online or click on your smart TV. Either way, you can stay connected to Luton's best radio station all day and all night.
This is Inspire FM.
From the studios of Inspire FM, the time is now 6:30.
Hello, assalamu alaikum. Welcome back on the Bat and Ball show for our second half. And today we are joined by the lovely coach Rubin, who will carry on in his story and his journey about his transitions from cricket. So in this half, we're going to be speaking about cricket in particular, about how cricket has transitioned over the years and the different types of formats. So back then, when you started playing, there only used to be Test cricket, right?
Yeah.
And now there's different forms of cricket like ODI, T20 and T10. What are your views on reducing the overs and making the games more interesting? What are your opinions on that?
We've got three formats in cricket at the moment. The T20, which is pulling in the crowd.
Yeah.
The ODI.
The youngers are mostly watching them, yeah.
The youngsters are watching it and they inspired there.
Because of big shots, entertaining matches, yeah.
But what's that mean? They're learning.
They're learning as well,
Because as I coach these youngsters, doesn't matter what age they are, they're bringing those into the
yeah.
training session.
Yeah, like
And
scoop shots, different types of
And
shots.
you say to them, what are you doing?
Yeah, we used to
What
test
you
cricket.
doing?
We used to
What
just
you
play
doing? What you
defense.
doing?
Yeah,
But I
back to
mean,
ball.
they're enjoying it. It's their enjoyment.
Yeah,
They're enjoying the game. They've seen the T20 and the ODI, and they're enjoying it. And
Yeah.
they're trying to play these same shots.
yeah,
I mean, you got to learn. If you want to be elevate yourself in cricket, you got to learn all these shots. You
Yeah.
got to play T20, 50 overs,
Yeah.
and taking the test.
Yeah.
Because I saw watching England test.
yeah,
And if you watch a test match, you must say it's a mixture of T20,
yeah. Now,
50
yeah,
overs,
now
and
is yeah,
test match.
yeah,
And test match. Everything's coming. The reverse sweep,
Reverse sweep.
everything, the paddle, everything, the switch
Yeah.
drop, everything's coming into test cricket.
Test
and that
cricket.
makes it more excitement, more entertainment now.
yeah,
Because test cricket was starting to become very drab.
yeah, yeah,
5 days game. If you're behind, you defend for
Yeah.
the next day and try not to lose your wicket, and you're not scoring any run.
yeah,
Of course, the crowd come in, they fall asleep.
yeah. Because it's
And
just
the crowd don't
yeah.
want to come into a cricket match to fall asleep.
They're going to be entertained. They want to
wanna be
see
entertained.
something amazing,
Wanna be
something big.
entertained. Because
Yeah.
we as an organization in Luton, through the cricket organization, we are so privileged at the moment.
Yeah,
Because I can talk about the Caribbean Club. I joined the Caribbean Club fully about 10 years ago.
yeah,
And I'll tell you, when I joined the Caribbean Club, they were more or less on their knees.
yeah.
Just like many clubs around the country are
No,
on
yeah.
their knees. Because the Caribbean cricket community is now, which was so vibrant,
Yeah,
from Bristol, from Leicester, from
Yeah.
Birmingham, from St. Albans, from Bedford, from
Yeah.
London,
yeah,
from Ipswich. All these communities at Caribbean Cricket Club playing in there.
yeah.
But over the years,
It's
they've
kind of
lo-
died out.
It's died out because the young men are not
Interested
taking
in
up
cricket. Yeah,
They want to play
basketball,
basketball
football.
or football, but you can play all
Well,
three.
yeah, yeah,
You can
yeah,
play all three because they got different times of the season for them.
yeah,
I mean, footballers now, some are players, cricket players, they're playing football.
yeah.
And then in the summer, they're playing cricket.
Cricket. Yeah,
It may overlap by 1 or 2 weeks, but
Yeah.
they're doing it. They're
Yeah.
the same. If you want to play basketball, you can even do it on a Sunday or in midweek.
yeah,
I mean, you can combine all these sports. It's about keeping yourself active.
Yeah.
And most of all, what's important is keeping you off the streets.
Streets. Yeah,
Because we need to get our youngsters off the street into something positive, something
Yeah.
that they can sharpen their mind, or something that educate them, and something that keep them more active.
yeah,
Because I can remember you and your brother when you first
Yeah.
came. It's a big change.
yeah.
Because
Because we never really joined a club
I know.
or played something before that. Yeah. So our first time coming somewhere, meeting new people, and starting something different. So it was kind of a bit off. But then once we got on track, things went smoothly.
It's about welcoming you in.
Welcoming. Yeah,
Cricket club will welcome you in if you want to come in.
Yeah.
In. And then we see, because I said, you and your brother, I've seen for when you first came
yeah,
up to the Cricket Caribbean Club for the first time. You were two shy young men.
Yeah.
Do you know
yeah.
if you're going to be
We just
accepted?
watched cricket on TV.
Precisely.
Didn't really know much about the game, none of the rules, and obviously you have taught us quite a lot through cricket. Not only cricket skills, but I think cricket also teaches life skills.
Precisely.
Yeah,
Your life skill, you grow in confidence. When you meet people,
yeah,
when you meet young people of your own age who got the same goal, who wants to do the same things they're doing, come up, train, play cricket, want to play cricket Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
You join, you become a bonding.
yeah,
And this cricket has given you boys so much.
yeah,
And I'm sure you boys are coaching at the moment.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure you boys are on the radio now.
yeah.
I'm sure you boys are doing other things through cricket.
Through cricket, yeah,
Right? And
exactly.
there's so
100%.
many channels, many opportunities.
Yeah,
It's not just about coming and playing cricket. We teach you in cricket. There's a scope for you to do some umpiring,
yeah,
do some scoring,
yeah,
get involved in your cricket club. So much opportunity, so much there for our young people in the community to join the cricket club
Mhm.
and to get involved doing so much different things for your cricket club.
Yeah. And remember, what I've noticed that you have covered all of these aspects, whether we're umpiring, coaching, playing. How did you manage to do all of this, for cricket? And I reckon you do that for football as well, right? Playing and coaching. So, what really made you get fully into all of becoming the whole part?
The passion for it.
Yeah, passion, the drive. Yeah,
keeps me active, keeps me fit. I'm 65 years old.
Yeah, I mean, at this age as well, playing
first
immaculately,
team cricket, and scoring hundreds every season.
Yeah,
and like I said, I'm up with the Caribbean Cricket Club.
It's dedication.
Dedication.
Yeah,
it's about putting your heart into something that really grips you. The Caribbean Cricket Club really grips me because, when I joined them about 10 years ago, as I said,
they were on their knees.
They were on their knees.
Mm-hmm.
But through certain organizations, I used to give praise to those organizations because you know some of them.
Yeah.
Because they've helped you and they brought you through as well. They gave us a new influx.
Yeah.
Through
a new pathway.
New pathway.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of influx coming in through that pathway.
Yeah.
And we are very grateful
and
for the pathway.
I reckon Luton Caribbean Cricket Club became very diverse.
Very. We're the most diverse cricket club.
Because before it was just Caribbeans, right?
It's never been just Caribbean.
No?
No. I think we're celebrating this Caribbean Cricket Club that I'm with are celebrating their 30th anniversary this year.
Yeah.
30 years since they were formed. Because in the early 60s, Luton had about 3 or 4 different Caribbean clubs.
And they all formed.
They all became one about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And they've always been diverse.
Diverse, yeah.
I've always seen the whole photograph
Yeah.
of West Indian, Asian, English, all being very diverse.
Yeah.
We're the most diverse cricket club, I think, in Luton. Because the players that come to us, doesn't matter what age you are, we give you the opportunity to play.
Yeah.
If you're good enough to play in our first team of 15, you'll play in our first team of 15.
Yeah.
We do not hold you back, but most of all, we give you the training, we give you the coaching.
Yeah, and you don't differentiate.
Don't differentiate.
Yeah. So that if you're good, you'll play.
Precisely.
If you're not at that level, we will get you to that level.
Precisely. But most of all, we look after you. We do not push you.
Yeah.
We don't let
to
you
the
jump
limits.
before
Yeah.
you can run.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like small steps.
Small step. Oh yeah.
Biggest jump. Yeah.
Right, so go look after. See, because as a coach, when youngsters come into our cricket club,
yeah,
we are responsible for them as they touch.
Yeah, as a coach,
as they
teacher,
touch the grass on our wicket.
Yeah.
We're gonna make sure whatever we do in their coaching situation with them, it must be done with the safety of the young people.
And you're like parents to them as
Precisely.
well. Yeah. As family, trying to improve them. Like, when your child is doing something wrong, you direct them the right way.
Yeah.
Similarly, if a player does something wrong, you're directed the right way.
But you direct them the right way and you encourage them to
carry on.
Try to do the right thing. And if they're trying to do the right thing, and it's not coming up, you just keep persevering with them.
What's the most proudest moment you see as a coach you have experienced?
What's the most
proudest moment?
Seeing our youngsters.
Yeah.
Many youngsters from different backgrounds came to the Caribbean Club at 12 years old because of the pathway.
Yeah.
And I've seen those players when they came at 12 years old, 10, 11, 12, play in the youth setup at the Caribbean Cricket Club, win the county championship twice, under 13. And those boys have stayed with the club. And the last 2 years, 4 or 5 of them have been playing in our first team.
Yeah.
We look after them. We watch them grow. We've nurtured them. We looked after them.
Yeah.
And when they were ready, we didn't say, no, you're not old enough. We say, yes, you're good enough.
Good enough, yeah.
To play in our first team. No clubs in Bedfordshire will do that for you.
Yeah. They will say you have to look at your age. You have to look up, different things.
You cannot hold young players back.
Yeah.
You cannot. You got to pull them in and let them learn.
It's about ability.
If you've got the ability and you're good enough, let them go out and learn.
Yeah.
And we've been so successful over the last 3 years. Because when I joined the Caribbean Club 10 years ago, we're in Division 3, we're struggling. About 2 years, within 2 years, I captained the team. I started captaining the team, got involved in we've been on the committee in the team, get involved in running the club with the committee members who were already there.
Yeah.
Me and I coached the youngsters, and we won. We start winning, and then we gradually, as we start winning, more players started to be attracted to the
Yeah.
club.
Yeah.
I mean, and success bring more better players
Better
in.
players. Yeah.
I said we won. We got promoted in Division 3 the 1 year. Then we went up to Division 2. We got promoted there.
Yeah.
And then we went up.
Yeah. Just keep
Went up to
going
Division
up.
1.
Yeah.
And we struggled. And we didn't do well in Division 1 because we lost quite a few players.
Yeah.
I mean, and we got relegated from Division 1 in our first season. We came back down. We lost players. But we
Didn't
had
give
our
up.
youngsters. We think we had our youngsters. We know we had 5 or 6 good youngsters.
Yeah.
I don't want to name them on the platform.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
had 5 or 6 good players. And it's only time. And the next season after that, we won Division 2.
Yeah.
We got promoted. We got one Division 2. And last season, we won Division 2 and we went up to Division 1 and
Yeah.
won Division 1. The first time it's
First
been
time.
done.
Yeah.
It's ever been done.
By the
any
Caribbean
club.
side. Yeah.
Caribbean club. I mean, it's about keeping all of your youngsters and trying to keep all. It's very hard for us at Caribbean club to keep all of our youngsters.
Yeah.
Very, very hard.
Because other clubs can divert them. You know,
I see.
the word of mouth, they'll be like, "Oh, come to this club. We
Yeah.
give you this opportunity, that opportunity." Sometimes they may be genuine. Sometimes they may not be.
And many times we've seen it hasn't been genuine.
Yeah, players gone astray, like due to false promises being given them.
Yeah.
But you know, you can't really blame them.
No.
They're youngsters.
They're youngsters.
They just
They want to
listen to what people say.
But you see, the youngsters will yell, but you try and even instill that, yes, well, I don't think you should go, but if you feel you really need to go, okay, go with our blessing.
Yeah.
But the door is here, doors are open for you.
Doors always open. Yeah.
The door is always open in the Caribbean. If you're not happy where you've left us and gone, just come.
And what about the financial aspect? If players can't afford equipment, what would you do then? Or what does Luton Caribbean cricket provide that no other cricket club really provides that much?
Well, we're very thankful that we have the part ways, and we've got good sponsors.
Yeah.
We've had 3 really good sponsors over the last
And
5 or 6 years.
they have been providing equipment.
Not only that, the pathway have been providing equipment. Many of our sponsors have sponsored the club.
Yeah.
Over the last 5 or 6 seasons, I've been involved in managing and being on committee.
Yeah.
Keeping those sponsors on board is very important.
And how has the council, Luton Borough Council, been helping Caribbeans, or have they been helping at all?
Well, you can say how what's the hindrance? What's the hindrance with the council? I don't want to say much regarding that.
Yeah.
But I mean, the council do
What they
as
can
little
do.
as they have to do.
Yeah.
Right, to maintain the wicket.
So it's mostly the committee that has to handle everything.
Because see what's happening with most cricket clubs now, they gotta become fund sufficient themselves.
Yeah.
In many ways.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're eyeing from the council, you guarantee this your wicket is not going to be the standard it should be.
Yeah.
You as a cricket club has to get involved.
Yeah.
And do it yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, and that does cost to hire and to train up your members to be ground staff, to get the equipment in you need sponsored. I mean, but it's very expensive.
Yeah, yeah.
It's about being dedicated and trying to get these sponsors all on board. Not just
And agree with the idea.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
You're looking at the goal and what the club wants
Aspirations
to achieve
you have for the club, yeah.
And you've got to keep those sponsors on board. We've been really lucky that we've had quite a few sponsors on board over the last
That's
4 or
very
5
good,
years.
yeah.
And without it, because many clubs ain't got any sponsors.
Sponsors, yeah.
At the moment. See, the thing with the Caribbean Cricket Club at the moment, Luton Town Indians got their own ground.
Yeah.
They got their own facility.
Caribbeans right now, as of yet, don't.
We're sharing that Crawley Green. We have no. We're happy. Well, Crawley Green has been very, very, very sociable to us.
Yeah.
We go on very well with them.
Yeah.
But also with Crawley Green, they're in the same situation that they have to go out and get funding.
Yeah.
To look after the facilities up there, look after their football pitch.
Would you reckon Caribbeans would get their own pitch? Would they get their own turf?
We've been striving to do that for the last 4 or 5 years.
Mhm.
and it's not easy. 'Cause
Yeah.
everything has to go through the council.
Yeah.
Land's got to be found, or grounds got to be, facilities got to be found, and then it costs money to upgrade these things.
Yeah.
It costs money.
What would you say in terms of cricket playing and rivalry? What would you think Luton Caribbean's biggest rivals is in terms of cricket? Would you say you have any rivalries?
Yeah, well, the rival is not really it's not being played out.
Yeah.
Because we play in different leagues. Luton Town need to play in different league. Luton Caribbean play in different league. Lutonia play in different league.
All right.
So the rival is only in the area wise, what you achieve in your league.
And what would you say, how well would Luton Caribbean players get along with different clubs? How, like, as in terms of coaches, do you get really along well with the other coaches?
Yeah, we go very well with all the clubs in Luton.
Yeah.
We're going very well with Lutonian, Indian, Lutonian. We're going very well. I know the youngs because I coach all the youngsters.
Yeah, all the youngsters, yeah.
I coach all the youngsters through the pathway.
And you also do a little fun day festival. Would you like to elaborate a bit on that? What is that about?
Well, we'll be having more festivals, more things this year at Crawley Green.
Yeah.
Because it's our 30th anniversary.
Yeah.
We usually have our cricket fun day.
Fun day, yeah.
Which is our family day that we have a T20 big family day in June. We have that every year. We usually have team from Birmingham, team from London come up, team from around come up for a cricket day. We have a T20. Before the T20, we had a 40 overs game.
Yeah.
Of course, with tents and with stalls and with everything else up there, barbecues and music and so on. Our family day has been going for the last 10 years up there.
And would you say that you've seen this kind of experience anywhere else in terms of football or cricket, or is this the first time you've seen kind of something like this in a newer generation?
In this, it's about getting your club exposure for your club.
Yeah.
It's
that promotional kind of.
Yeah, it's a community.
Yeah.
Putting on something for your community. We invite everybody in our community to come to our functions, to our cricket day, to our family day. It's a Luton Cricket Club, Caribbean Cricket Family Day.
And in terms of your own personal cricket career, what would you say your best figures in bowling and batting?
Well, I mean,
and would you like to state what team were you playing against, where were you playing, and when was this, what year?
I remember my first 100 ever score was about 2013, I think.
Yeah.
When I was playing in London. I mean, I've scored a couple of 50s, I got out in 97 and one. I think I got run out or something on 97.
97, yeah.
97, but I remember scoring 102 not out. And this 102 is something that.
What is the high scoring game high score of your own personal figure? Would you say?
That's what I'm saying. I scored 102 about 3 times.
Yeah.
I scored it 102 not out twice.
Yeah.
And 102 out.
Yeah.
I mean, this 102 seems to be sticking with me.
Yeah.
102 not out twice, 102.
And would you say pace bowling kind of got to you near your end times, like around playing now? Would you see that you can still play pace as you did before, or is it kind of a bit,
My eyes are very good.
Yeah.
And the eyes
that's probably the best answer.
So God for that.
Yeah.
And the eyes are focusing well.
Yeah.
People say to me, Rubin,
how can you still judge the ball? How can you still see the ball?
And plus, you don't wear a helmet. I said, don't tell my wife.
Yeah. But it's dedication and fitness, right?
Fitness.
Would you like to give a bit of secret about your fitness? How you just fit and still playing brilliantly and immaculately? Even I reckon you're probably playing better now than you were probably back in the 70s.
Maybe not. I'm not as quick as I used to be.
But in terms of batting,
I'm not lacing the ball out the ground.
Yeah.
You gotta be patient. I mean,
and it's a lot of experience, right? Yeah. Like you've probably faced all types of balls, fast spin.
I don't like facing spin.
You don't like facing spin?
No. I like the ball coming onto the bat.
Yeah.
I like the quickest I can use the pace of the ball.
The pace of the ball.
Yeah.
You're a bowler as well, right? So would you like to say what kind of bowling figures are probably your best? Like,
I can't remember because I remember when I was at school, I was a quickie.
Quickie, yeah.
I was a quickie.
Yeah.
I was a quick because I played for my school. I opened for my school.
Yeah.
And I was a quick bowler at my school. But as the years go by, because when I came back about 48, I said I'm going to play some start playing cricket again because I was a wicket keeper as well.
Yeah.
Because I mean, as a wicket keeper, not on bat, sometimes bowl. I'm both well, medium quick. When I came back about 48, I start trying to run up again. Trying to bowl quick and realize,
No, you can't. It's not in there anymore.
Not in there anymore. So I start slowing it down, take 4 or 5 paces up, and do a little half break, little.
And are any of your children interested in cricket or football?
You know something?
Or have they not taken that down path of yours?
Because my kids were grown when I came back into cricket, but they still come and watch a couple of games.
Yeah.
They come and watch a couple of games, and they come to a family fun day.
Yeah.
Bring their family up and they sit down and eat and they watch a game and just chat. But I mean, my kids.
Would you say in your family you're the first actual sportsman to be in your family? Was your fathers or any of your uncles into sports really that much?
My dad was into cricket. He was a cricket fanatic.
Yeah.
I mean, West Test match was on.
Yeah.
You know, my family had a thing
for cricket. And when you told them you want to do you pursue football over cricket, were they kind of supportive?
Well, yeah. They said whatever you
you're happy with,
You're happy with it.
Yeah.
Happy with it. Just get on with it. Because I was a young man. You know, we just went and did what we want to do.
And just for the audience, what football team do you support? As of now.
Oh, here's the big thing. I have a saying, I cannot afford to support any team. They're too expensive.
Yeah.
The only people I support is my kids and
your
my
kids.
family.
Yeah.
That's where you should be supported.
That's a very good answer.
I mean, because the cost of supporting any football team is very expensive.
Yeah.
But it's a passion.
And have you been down to any football or cricket games?
I've been at Lords. We always going to the 100.
100, yeah.
Yeah, we always going out to
and I'll be honest, it's a vibe. It's like it's an atmosphere.
I know.
Compared, because I watched Test cricket live as well. Yeah, back down in Northampton. It's not the same as watching 100 game, isn't it? Not the same as watching the T20 compared to Test. But as a player, I would be honest. As a player, I would prefer to play Test. Because you get more time to spend on the ball.
You get more time on the wicket.
You get more time. People may see me boring, but you get to you get more time on the wicket basically. Instead of T20, okay, you have to make quick runs, sudden runs, this, that. And how would you say your transition from playing Test cricket to playing T20 cricket was? What did you say? It was kind of hard to start with?
It wasn't hard. It's about just adapting to the situation.
Adapting to situations, yeah.
Because if you have to, every ball you look to score.
Yeah, every ball needs to go run, yeah.
Shots that you won't be playing originally, you have to improvise and do something.
Yeah.
Because you have to keep the score running.
What would you say is your favorite kind of shot to play? Cover drive, yeah.
Yeah, has to be.
Just hitting the ball and the thing, yeah.
Face on the back, driving it down.
We're coming towards the end of the show. We've got around 2 minutes. So would you like to give a kind of final words about Caribbeans and about your journey and a little message to the community or the Caribbean community to get them back in cricket and just the reason of being so, how can they be so fit and why should they carry on pursuing sports instead of going out to the streets and doing what they're doing for now?
Yeah, I mean, it really baffles me. Why?
Yeah.
Parents who don't know where their kids are.
Yeah. Like mostly kids lie to the parents, I'm going here. But you turn out they're on the streets and God forbid, loads of things can happen in the streets, and you as a coach and many other clubs out there to protect these children from this then. If they're not really interested in the sport, okay, come see, kind of do something you enjoy, but not just out on the streets.
Yeah, you need to get your children off the street.
Yeah.
And get them into something that is doing them a world of good. Because people said to me, you're from the Caribbean Cricket Club? I said, yes.
Yeah.
We said, we never know you're the Caribbean Cricket Club in Luton.
Yeah.
I said, I tell you something. The things that you should know.
You don't know.
That you don't know.
And
the things that you should know, you don't want to know.
And the thing that you're not meant to know, you're all aware of it. Yeah.
You're all aware of it.
You're all aware of it, yeah. And
there's a cricket club in Luton. If you want your young
son
to get, or daughter or girl to do something constructive,
send them to the cricket club.
Right? Because if you want to know where they are, truly, you'll inquire where they are.
Yeah. Thank you, Rubin, for having for us having you on the show.
Welcome,
I mean, it's been a pleasure. We learned quite a lot through you, and quite a lot of things have been discussed in this, whether that be football, cricket, and thank you very much for being on the show, and thank you to our audience for listening to our show. We're coming around to the end of the show. Please stay tuned in next week. We will have more guests and more conversations like this. And once again, thank you, Rubin.
Yeah,
All right.
you're welcome,
See,
Mitch.
take care, Dikhan. See you next week.